Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's me, EXP here, to have a sort of apology, I suppose. Not quite an apology, but, well, let's get into it. So you find me over on my planning world, my redstone planning world, well, build planning world really, to talk about a hot topic within the Minecraft community at the moment. Now there seems to be an awful lot of discourse around theft of not just farms but ideas of redstone, especially the redstone people, that they can spend absolutely months perfecting something for someone else to just come and re-upload their video with their name and half the time not even credit them. And that is not something that I can really stand by and say it's fine, it's the creative process. No, I mean, fair enough using someone else's farms as a showcase, bring light, as long as you credit them properly. This kind of brings me to my point as to, although I've designed a lot of these myself, I've never actually spoke about where I first come across them. Now, this one in particular, and the other bamboo farm that doesn't exist there, but the sugarcane farm I got from just watching Let's Plays. I think specifically it was Wattles. Wattles was the first one I saw use this. And then I just expanded that for this kelp farm. I think I watched 2 or 3 tutorials that basically confirmed my suspicions that it would work exactly the same as that, but you just needed water. And the same for the little bamboo version of this. All 3 are technically identical farms, but also slightly different. And the point being, I don't know who the original designers were and how to credit them, but that's something slightly different than what's going on. It's just my conscience telling me that I really should talk about this. As for this farm specifically, I hadn't got a clue when it came to flying machines. Didn't know what I was doing at all, and so I did need a specific guide for this one, and that was from Dusty Dude. Now, did he originally design this farm? No idea. Maybe he did. Maybe it was someone else's. I couldn't tell you. It's broke now anyway. Whoops. There. But yeah, anyway, I know who designed this farm and which video I used. Well, I know which video I used to design this farm, but I couldn't tell you if he originally designed it. And that there is part of the problem I'm having. I'll link his video down in below anyway, because he deserved that, because that was the video I watched to get the idea. But for what I actually needed it for, it didn't work anyway, and I had to go and redesign the redstone part myself. Well, the fly machine, almost the same, it's just longer, but I had to design my own clock because it was too long for that one. So this redstone, well, I can't really call it anything other than a clock. It is literally just a clock. But I designed that myself without any input from other people or any other place. And the only other time I've done that was over on this. Was this door over here, which I haven't used in the current series. And it's also not that great. Has issues. So, hidden door. Into a bunker with a lock. The only problem is, after a while, the lock undoes itself. Which I've just waited here for 10 minutes and it doesn't seem to have done, so I don't know what that problem is. Maybe it's because I added them there. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this one I created entirely by myself, which, if I just show you the simple system we've got going, for the lock itself, it's just a redstone wire to a sticky piston that pushes up a block to hide it. If we undo that, I can show you how it works this side. Placing the block there causes an update on the observer to activate these 2, which then in turn opens it. Now the issue, like I was saying, having, because they're sticky pistons and this is their default state, not this, it means that once the lock is active, they do sometimes leave the door pulled back as they activate again, which I'd like to show you, but I'm also not going to stand here waiting all day. Now this is just a general mob farm, but it has been modified to only fit spiders by having a space of 1.5 blocks, so nothing else except spiders and spider riders can spawn. And I don't know who created the first mob farm, and I've seen plenty of them being built, so I wouldn't know who to credit on that. So although this is only really a short video and an update, it's just something that's been on my mind lately, and as I delve more into the depths of redstone contraptions, I would like to be a bit more open and give credit where credit's due. I just oftentimes don't know if the person I'm crediting is the right person. How would you deal with this conundrum? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in a few days for an update on the story.